Jennifer.
Yes, sir.
One of the trends in the market right now has been 100% financing. Mm-hmm. Explain the benefits of 100% financing through the My Mortgage Inc. program versus other programs.
So we have 100% financing combined with the FHA. So the beauty of it is the money is always available. You don't have to go searching for it. And as long as you qualify for an FHA, we're able to offer you that program. And you know, imagine the loans. People say, what can I qualify you for? I can qualify you for anything. The problem is, are you going to be happy with the terms that I gave you?
Yeah.
Do you understand? I can literally, you tell me, can I qualify? I will make a program and I will qualify you. But are you going to like the terms is the question. So I work it around the person to what they want. And that's where the non-qualifiable comes. Because what you want, I cannot qualify you for. So 100% financing has become very, very popular. It helps the clients, you know, especially in the lower side income. But my down payment assistance does not have any income limitation. It does not have, you don't have to be a primary resident. It can be, you know, on
investment property?
An investment, no, not an investment
Not
property,
investment.
but you can be a prior homeowner.
Okay,
It's
so
not for first time home buyers.
Okay.
Right, so it's, you know, and it's a forgivable second, which is the beauty of it. As long as you make 36 months consecutive payments, it goes away.
Okay. And so you mentioned that was for FHA, but
Yes.
there's also programs available for conventional
There
as
is
well.
programs that are conventional, but this particular one that we have in-house only applies for FHA. We can combine it with HFA, which is the Housing Financial Authority. So those you have to request directly from them.
She's trying to confuse me there.
Well, there's different
FHA, HFA. I'm like, ma'am, is that you or me?
And
Okay.
this is why I stay in my lane.
That's right, you gotta stay in your lane.
Everybody has their what they do.
Sorry.
So you know, if we cannot do that, then yes, there's other programs that are available on the conventional side. But like I said, I like using the FHA. Why? Because it allows you the two benefits, which is the longer DTI available.
Okay.
So it qualifies you for more home. At the same time, it gives you the lower rates.
Okay.
So that's why I prefer it, but not everybody.
And especially if you're coming in with that, because really the difference between the FHA and conventional is going to be when you can actually get
the 20% down.
Well, the 20% down, or like you're taking off your MIP.
Correct.
Your mortgage insurance premiums.
So
but
right now, the mortgage insurance premium of the FHA ends up being less expensive than the conventional.
and that's because of the rules that changed 2
That's
weeks ago.
correct, 0.55. So now you can get a $250,000 with a $65 mortgage payment versus your conventional, which is going to be $150, almost $200.
Oh wow,
It's amazing.
that is amazing.
Okay, now.
Want to talk about that?
Sure. So the DSCR loan is debt service. What basically it means is we don't need any income to qualify you, just credit, and the property has to have the ability for the rent to be covered by the mortgage. As long as
the mortgage covered by the rent.
The mortgage should be covered by the rent. So as long as that happens, there's no income required. So it makes it really simple. As long as you have your 20% down, rates are not any more expensive than your conventional. The program, you can buy down the penalty because it comes with a prepayment penalty, which you can buy it down.
Right.
But it makes it so easier because you can have up to whatever amount of properties you have. It doesn't cap you like conventional does. So it's a quick loan.
Can the seller carry the second as a 20% so I don't have to bring no money? Asking for
She
a
gave you a little
friend.
sideline.
Asking for a friend.
Asking for a friend. But can they?
No.
Okay.
I just had to check.
We all kept waiting for that.
No, wait a second. They came with a no doc primary for primary homes.
For
Okay.
DSCR?
No,
Not
for
DSCR.
when you're buying your primary residence, as long as you come with have a 700 score, and you can come with no doc. You
Right.
have your 20% down primary residence. Before that
Oh,
was
that's
unavailable.
nice.
So
But
that's
can he have
fine.
somebody carry the second on the 20% now?
Okay, we didn't want to pay this 20%.
Yeah, we trying to get out of this 20%. I don't know why you trying to make us bring 20%. We trying to get out of
What
10%.
if we negotiate a little bit better? I mean,
Yeah, we out of the scope right here.
No, those programs usually every program has what's called a CLTV,
Right.
which is what the second will be. But these programs don't allow you to.
Okay.
okay.
They're against us. That's all that means. Okay.
You may get it
That
after.
woman.
That woman.
You may get it after, get an equivalent of credit.
So in other words, folks, if there's a fourplex, for example, and you take the rents from each of the units, okay, and or 3, I guess. You know,
Yeah.
you're going to live in 1, let's say, then that can be part of this DSCR. So
Well,
as long
no,
as-
that couldn't be part of that, like, no dog.
Oh, the no dog. Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Because you're going to be living in that is your primary residence, but you're going to living in one of them. So hence you can, as long as you put your 20% down, you can come and buy that, live in one of the units, and get the rental from the other ones, and
okay.
use that. Since there's no income, the rent really doesn't matter.
And the thing is, she's talking about even with the DSCR, Jennifer and I were working with the clients last fall, and she actually found that in the regulations that if once you hit on a duplex, the rents did not have to cover the mortgage. But once you went to a 3 or a
A 4.
4-plex, because it's still considered residential, then the market rents had to at least make the payment on the
Correct.
home.
That's on an FHA loan. That's correct. Which is, it's great, but there's, every greatness has its downfalls, right? So you can buy up to a 4 unit with a 3.5% as a primary residence, but there's rules that kind of make it a little bit hard because the property has to pass a test,
Yes.
which is the property has to sustain itself. If that tenant will not be there, it will have to be suffice itself by the
Right.
with a mortgage. So sometimes it doesn't work, especially when interest rates are high.
And you also talked about that, so that was with the interest rates being higher and the rents. I forgot the point I was trying to make. But it's my mind bad. But if you're house hacking too, I mean that's the thing too. Oh, that's what it was. We even talked about before is that you can actually qualify for down payment assistance even on these multifamilies, right? If
Absolutely.
you're going to live in one.
Absolutely.
So that's where the term house hacking has been kind of floating around. Is that if you're getting 5% on an FHA loan towards down payment assistance, you can use 3.5 towards the down payment towards the mortgage, another
correct.
1.5 towards your closing costs, and then you can live in one and rent out the others.
That's correct.
Okay, this is Jennifer. Your product portfolio also consists of those seeking commercial real estate financing, including construction loans. Any changes our audience need to be made aware of?
What I found, or what I've been seeing on the rehab loans, on construction loans,
Okay.
if you don't have experience, it's getting a little bit more harder
Okay.
to acquire and more expensive. There's some lenders that won't do it unless you have at least 3 years of experience. And when you find them, then their terms are a little bit more sticklers. So I've been seeing that since the market kind of started going up, lenders started changing their structures where before they were a little bit more lenient. So that's one of the things I've been seeing.
So, for example, Jennifer, if somebody has never actually done their own personal rehab, but let's say they've worked construction for a period of years, would that be acceptable?
That
or-
will be, so there's ways, and that's why you want to find a person that you're working with that can vouch for you, right? So there's ways that we can do things if we present it the proper way. Because I actually did that the other day. A person had 2 flips and they needed another more, but he had managed 2 other projects, and I was able to give that as and use it. So there's ways that it can be done. So the answer is yes.
Okay, cool.
Very cool.
Right.